Within each of our skulls lies the most complex structure known in the universe. It is the human brain. This remarkable organ, a mere 3 pounds of soft tissue, is the seat of all our thoughts, our feelings and our memories. It is a bustling metropolis of electrical signals and chemical messengers, a living network of connections that shapes our every experience. To understand memory, we must first journey into this intricate landscape. We must explore its vast territories, from the wrinkled outer cortex to the ancient structures nestled deep within. The brain is not a single, uniform entity. It is a collection of specialized regions, each playing a unique role in the grand orchestra of consciousness. Memory, we are discovering, is not confined to one single spot. Rather, it is a collaborative effort, a breathtaking symphony performed by many parts of the brain working in perfect harmony. Our minds process a constant stream of information. Much of it is fleeting, like a ripple on the surface of a pond. This is the realm of short-term memory. It is our mental notepad, a temporary workspace where we hold information for a matter of seconds or minutes. Think of the phone number you look up just before dialing it. Short-term memory has a famously limited capacity. It is like trying to juggle a handful of balls. Most of us can manage about 7 items at once, but add 1 or 2 more and they all come tumbling down. In stark contrast to this fleeting awareness is the vast archive of long-term memory. This is the permanent storehouse of our lives. It holds our knowledge of the world, our personal experiences, and the skills we have learned. It is the memory of our first day at school, the knowledge that Paris is the capital of France, and the ability to ride a bicycle. The journey from a fleeting thought to an enduring memory is one of the brain's most profound transformations. It is a process of consolidation, where the brain carefully transfers the memory from its temporary notepad to its permanent archive. Deep within the temporal lobes of the brain, on either side, lies a structure with a curious seahorse-like shape. This is the hippocampus. Its name, in fact, comes from the Greek for seahorse. Despite its modest size, this ancient part of the brain plays a role of monumental importance. It is the master archivist of the mind, the gateway through which our experiences must pass to become lasting memories. The hippocampus acts like a director on a film set. It orchestrates the various inputs from different parts of the brain. When you experience a memorable dinner, the visual cortex processes the look of the food, the auditory cortex registers the conversation, and the olfactory bulb captures the aroma. The hippocampus is the one that says, action. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence for the hippocampus's role came from the study of a patient known as Henry Molaison, or HM, to treat severe epilepsy. Surgeons removed his hippocampus on both sides of his brain. HM was unable to form new long-term memories of events or facts. Once the hippocampus has bundled an experience into a neat package, the journey of that memory is far from over. For a memory to become permanent, it must undergo a process called consolidation. This process is not instantaneous. It can take days, weeks, or even longer. It is a slow, methodical hardening like wet cement setting into solid concrete. Much of this crucial work happens while we are asleep. The hippocampus communicates with the cortex, repeatedly sending the signals that represent a new memory. Each replay strengthens the neural connections in the cortex that store the memory. Retrieving a memory is another marvel of neural engineering. It is not like playing a video recording. It is a creative act of reconstruction. A cue, perhaps a scent, a song, or a photograph, can trigger the process. This cue activates a small part of the original memory network. From there, the activity spreads like a spark, igniting a trail of gunpowder. Sometimes we can only access fragments. We might remember a person's face but not their name, a phenomenon known as the tip-of-the-tongue state. This is the brain's retrieval system struggling to connect all the dots. Our memories feel like faithful records of the past. They provide us with a sense of continuity and identity. Yet the very process that allows us to store and retrieve them also makes them surprisingly malleable. Because memory is a reconstructive act, it is vulnerable to distortion. Each time we recall a memory, it is not simply reread, it is rewritten. This leads to the fascinating and sometimes unsettling phenomenon of false memories. Researchers have shown that it is possible to implant entirely false memories in people's minds simply through the power of suggestion. The brain's incredible capacity for change is known as neuroplasticity. Neurons can forge new connections, strengthen existing ones, and even prune away those that are no longer needed. It is a principle of use it or lose it. This plasticity is what allows the brain to adapt and reorganize itself throughout our lives. It is how we can learn a new language, master a musical instrument, or recover from a brain injury. Our brains are not fixed, rigid structures. They are dynamic, adaptable ecosystems constantly being reshaped by our experiences and our thoughts. We stand at the threshold of a new era in our quest to understand and support the human brain. The rapid advancement of technology, particularly in fields like artificial intelligence, is opening up unprecedented possibilities for memory research and care. AI algorithms can now analyze vast datasets of brain scans and genetic information, identifying subtle patterns related to memory function and decline that would be invisible to the human eye. Brain-computer interfaces, once the realm of science fiction, are becoming a reality. These devices can translate neural signals into commands for external devices, and scientists are exploring how they might one day be used to support or even restore memory function. Furthermore, technology offers practical tools that can assist us in our daily lives, acting as external memory aids. The smartphone in our pocket is a powerful prosthetic for the mind. For individuals experiencing memory loss, smart home devices and specialized apps can provide crucial reminders for medication or daily tasks, promoting independence and safety. Of course, these powerful new tools bring with them profound ethical questions that we must consider carefully. Questions about privacy, equity of access, and the very definition of what it means to be human will become increasingly important. Understanding how memory works has profound implications for every aspect of our lives, beginning with education. The classroom is, in essence, a gymnasium for the brain, a place where memories are intentionally built. When we understand the principles of memory consolidation, we can develop more effective learning strategies. Techniques like spaced repetition and active recall are directly derived from neuroscience. The link between memory and mental health is equally deep and intricate. Many mental health conditions are intertwined with memory. Therapies that focus on memory reconsolidation, helping patients to reframe and reduce the emotional charge of painful memories, are showing great promise. Ultimately, our memories are the threads that weave the tapestry of our identity. Who are you if not the sum of your experiences? Your memories of childhood, of relationships, of triumphs and failures all contribute to your unique sense of self. They form the continuous narrative of your life, connecting your past, present and future. This is why memory loss due to disease or injury can be so devastating. It's not just a loss of facts, it is a fraying of the self. The preservation of memory is, in many ways, the preservation of the person. The quest to understand memory is a journey into the very core of what it means to be human. It is a field of inquiry that transcends cultures and borders, for the desire to remember and to be remembered is a universal human trait. From the earliest cave paintings to the epic poems of ancient civilizations, humanity has always sought ways to preserve its stories, to pass its collective memory from one generation to the next. As we delve deeper into the brain's mysteries, we find more that unites us than divides us. The hippocampus in a person from one continent functions in precisely the same way as in a person from another. The future of memory research is incredibly bright and full of promise. It is an adventure that requires collaboration from scientists, doctors, engineers and ethicists. Each new discovery, no matter how small, adds another piece to this grand puzzle. It brings us one step closer to alleviating the suffering caused by memory disorders and to empowering everyone to use their minds more effectively. This journey is not just about curing disease, it is about celebrating and enhancing the most remarkable of human faculties. It is about nurturing the garden of the mind so that it may flourish throughout our lives. In the end, our memories are our greatest inheritance. They are the private treasures that give our lives meaning and the shared stories that bind us together as a species. By seeking to understand the delicate and powerful machinery of the brain that makes it all possible, we are not just engaging in a scientific endeavor. We are paying tribute to the beauty of the human experience. We are honoring the story of life on this planet, a story that is written, remembered, and cherished within each and every one of our minds.